I'll get started and go through the script, and then we can see if they join. So good morning. This is the September 14th meeting of the Nantucket Memorial Airport Commission, which is being conducted remotely pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless required by law. We are convening by video conference via the Zoom app as posted on the town's website, identifying how the public may join. Please note this meeting is being recorded and all attendees are participating by video conference. Be careful not to share your computer. I'll introduce each speaker on the member, and each vote in this meeting will be taken by roll call. With that, we'll turn to the agenda as published. And just give me 1 second to open that, please. We'll move on to item number 2, which is to ratify the FAA grants for AIP 85, the South Apron Phase 2. Mr. Carberg.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll keep it brief. The purpose of this meeting, the special commission meeting, was to not only provide the board an opportunity to comment, but be sure that they were available as a body to accept and approve the acceptance of a significant grant to provide funding for the South Ramp expansion project and the associated work. The FAA really came to bat to us over the last month and a half as we struggled to align our construction costs with what's available in the discretionary system under the AIP program for what we all believe was a very important project. The FAA, to their credit, really sharpened their pencils, and they were able to go out and mobilize discretionary funds that were left over in other regions. So this is a big win for them, for the region, and I think it's a big win for Nantucket. And I think it's not only an important project to us, but it has a great benefit to the national airspace system in the region as well. So with your vote, we can ratify the FAA grant award for $29,587,845, the majority of which is discretionary funding.
Thank you. Does anybody have any questions? I had one through you, Mr. Carberg, to probably to Mr. Lasden. The exhibit plan that's included with the grant award, I don't believe is the most recent plan. That's dated March 23. And it doesn't have the stockpile extending as far north as I believe we ultimately had planned, and there were some changes. I just would like to understand, are we held to this plan or simply to the funding and modification? You know, is there an additional process we need to go through? Am I incorrect? Is this the most recent plan, or could you just address that?
No, this is a sketch that's put together for grant applications. They are traditionally put together at grant application time, which can be before design is even started or completed. So the plans that are out on the street is the plans that will be built, and it is, as you've requested, the extended berm and the other changes that were made.
Thank you.
Yep.
Does anybody else have any other questions or comments? Is there a motion to ratify AIP 85 South Apron Phase 2 grant award?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion is made and seconded. I see that we have Ms. Topham just joined us. Maybe we'll just give her just a second in case she does have any comments. Ms. Topham, are you with us? I see her in the participant list, but not on screen. Mr. Carberg, did Ms. Topham indicate any concerns to you with the project?
No, no, she did not.
Okay, and it looks like, I guess we'll proceed. We had a motion that's been made and seconded. Ms. Planzer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Buscarin?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you all very much, for all of your work on this project. Been a lot of years. Comments? Thank you. Are there any commissioners' comments?
I just want to say that I think we ought to go back to in-person meetings at some point in the near future. I've tried to join other planning board and other meetings and found that to be complex, difficult, and very often the Zoom link didn't work. So in an effort to be more of a public operation, I don't know when we're thinking about going to in-person meetings, but I think we ought to consider doing that in the short term.
Why don't we put that on our agenda for the meeting next week? Then for a discussion, since I think that one's already set, and then we can have a discussion at a commission level. About that, if that works for you, Mr. Buscarin?
That sounds good. Thank you.
Sure, certainly. Any other comments?
We'll see that through on the agenda.
Thank you very much. Public comment. I'm not seeing any members of the public. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
And second,
Second.
Ms. Planzer, how do you vote?
Aye.
Mr. Buscarin?
Aye.
The chair votes aye. Thank you all.
Hey, Noah, can you hang on?
Sure.